So I'm playing mechanic today. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I've got this new hose, and this I got back and got under the bus, got back from Florida, and I heard a leak. So one of these little joints was leaking, and my son showed me that this is just a quick disconnect. You pull that and it pops right off. I went and bought 2 more, and I was glad it didn't cost me but $10 for this. But I got the fittings already up under there. I'll show you that in just a minute. So let me show you. This is my new hose. That's my air tank, my air lines. That's the one that was leaking. So I'm gonna plug this in up here if I can hold it to where you can see it, and I can too. Okay, so I've got that one in. Fixing to plug this one up. It's my air tank. Fixing the air line. Thank goodness it was simple. Easy line to fix. Not too expensive. So praise God. And that actually just pushes in there and locks. Pushes in there and locks. So don't pull out. It's got that little plastic piece on it to where it won't let it pull out. But anyway, be showing you a little more here in a minute. Okay, so I'm doing another check on my air line I put in there, and I cranked it up and I checked my oil, and it don't look like it used very much oil. I've got a leak around my valve cover I gotta fix, but I'm not worrying about that this time. I'm gonna let it air up, turn it off, and check and see if the air is leaking. But it didn't use any oil, just about it. It didn't, the oil stick was right there where it was when I left. So that's good, it don't burn oil. So I'm going to, I think, change the oil in this transmission. I'm going to drain this oil pan, take this thing off. I know I need a wrench. I don't have the right size. Wasn't very tight anyway, but I gotta take that off, and I gotta take all of these bolts off. I gotta drain it. So anyway, okay, so it's full of air now, and I don't hear it leaking. I did hear it leak there just for a minute, but that's the spit valve, so that's normal. So see here, what you do is when you want to drain, you have to drain these lines every now and then to keep the moisture out of the lines. You see a little water spewing out of the line when I do that. That's moisture. I think it's not good for that to be some moisture in this one. This is one of these is the back, I think. The other's the front. I think that's how it is on this bus. Woo, yep. Bunch of moisture in that one. Okay, so I got this dirty old bucket. I cleaned the inside of it out the best I could, so that I can see what this transmission fluid looks like after I drain it. So we'll go from there. So again, I'll tell you, this is not a how-to by no means. But it's a 9/16 bolt here, and I think 1/2" bolts here. So I'm gonna take this loose and try to get my bucket back under it. I'll be glad when that stops draining, because guess what? That stuff is expensive. That stuff is expensive. Got your transmission oil pan off, and that's the filter. And it's the steel one. He said there's a plastic one and a steel one. This is the steel one, so that must be that this is old timey. It's actually, my daddy used to work on Cadillacs and power glide transmissions. And that's right there is a valve body, I think. If it's similar to those. And I helped him take the valve body off a couple of times in his transmission on his Cadillac and clean it out. But if this is similar to that, but that filter on that was similar to this. So this is a picture of the filter, and it had trash. I mean, like this kind of dirt all over the top of it. I cleaned it up with gas, but you see there's a little trash down in there. I think it's trash and not metal. I don't think it's metal. I think it's just trash. But you see, I don't know how that old filter's supposed to look. You can tell it's dirty. But anyway, this is the filter. That's the pan. This oil looks real old, but maybe I'm okay. Let's pray. I went to the Napa Auto Parts, and this is my old filters. And this little jewel right here was a bunch of money, and this one right here wasn't so bad. So about 120 bucks for those two. And then I like comparing them. When I go, I took the old ones. These are the new ones. These right here have numbers on them. 7104. And that's what that one over there is. But this one we had to make sure he had the right thing and match it up and all, and it took quite a while yesterday. He didn't have it in stock, so I had to wait on it to come in. And yeah, it is the kit. We got this with it. Got the filter for the oil pan on there, and then this. Make sure that's all. Brand new, straight out of the box. It's what I needed. Compared it. And yeah. Alright, so I got it all put back together. Got all the bolts in, everything tight. So fixing to put the fluid in and find out what the story is. So got my transmission oil pan back on. I used Dexron 3 transmission fluid. Yeah, I got a buddy in a bus barn, and he said, or used to be a bus barn, and he said that's what we used to put in all our buses, and so that's what I put in there. Dexron. I used to run Dexron in my other two Allisons anyway, in our motorhomes. We had two other motorhomes. If you follow this channel and you go way back, you'll see those. But anyway, got the transmission oil pan back on, got the transmission oil in it. We'll take it out pretty soon and show it running and see how it does. And signing off here. Love you guys. If you're still breathing, there is still hope.